Yeah, here's what I don't appreciate.
Okay, tell
The
me.
sass.
The sass of where's the email?
Exactly.
Forgive me for the things that I connect or
Okay,
whatever.
can I ask you about this? I got this from a friend of a
You
friend.
knock me off of my feet now, babe.
Here's the thing, it's piece of white, but I think the collar is supposed to stay up.
I like it. It's giving
I
Phoebe
think
Philo. Yeah, I
yeah,
like it
look
a
at
lot.
that. I like the detailing too. I don't know if you could
The
see it.
wrinklage.
Wow.
And
I see how you're coming in today. You're coming in hot.
coming in hot,
Thank
caliente.
you. All right. Also, here's the other thing. Ladies who have bangs, what do you do when you put the creams on the forehead in the morning? How do you not get it on the
You got to
hair?
do that little clip that you had
I
on
did the
earlier,
clip, but
which of
then
course
no
we didn't
matter
get
what,
that on recording.
I know, right? Thank God. Today I'm going to brunch at Jeffrey's. It's with my
Jeffrey's
friend
Grocer or Jeffrey's Grocery?
Grocery. I think Grocery. It's excellent. West Village. It's a fun vibe. They have these potatoes with creme fraiche and like
Save
caviar.
it. Save it.
Oh yeah, you're right. No, Nosh today is something different. So,
All day we're going to be doing this.
you know what it is? I think I got a little lotion on it, and so it's not doing it in the way.
It puts the lotion on. Oh,
But
everybody, speaking
I,
of, it puts the lotion on. We will be doing a special movie episode coming up.
Ooh.
It's going to air next week.
I got these tank tops.
They look like homegirls.
No, what's that? They're Totem. This is Totem.
Oh, here we go with Totem, everyone. Totem, the new Kate, the new Row, Totem, by Swedish Scandinavian designers,
Is
which
it?
they're a married couple,
Oh,
and they're just
someone did.
blowing up.
I'm sorry. What?
I said I got mine from Walgreens, $9.
Oh, well, I gotta say, oh, wait, should I get a little more coffee? Are you a little scary? I can't tell. I feel like if I did some, here's why I'm gonna say this. Like I did something to the screen and I panicked more because I was worried that you were gonna say something.
I can't help that I was raised by Robin Salsa. I can't.
Okay.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello! Look how
Love
fierce
this
you look.
hat. Love this whole look. I'm obsessed.
Hi, Liz. I love this podcast.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for
Yay.
coming on. We're so excited to have
Oh
you.
my God.
Where does this podcast find you?
I just got back
Remember?
last night from from New York, so I'm in Miami.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Beautiful light come through.
Honestly, you took the sunshine with you because now it's a little gloomy and doomy today.
We're going to get right into it. Welcome back to Hustle and Schmear. Today we are joined by a woman who's lived a dozen fashion lives, still manages to wake up at sunrise and hit the Pilates reformer.
She's done the rounds from the runways and sale showrooms of J. Mendel and Oscar de la Renta to working with emerging brands. Now she's launched her very own jewelry line that's already got major boutiques buzzing.
She's part boho chic, part rock and roll edge with a passport that's seen more action than an OnlyFans model living in Edgewater. She's rewritten her story, chapter by chapter, survived living in London streets and Miami's humidity, all while keeping her core tight and her jewelry polished.
She's international, inspirational, and very much a Pilates powered phoenix. And she's taking Wyld Box Jewelry from her Italian roots and the Miami sands back to the concrete jungle of NYC.
We're digging into her hustle, her sparkle, and how the fashion industry went from atelier to algorithm. Please welcome our dear friend and forever leopard print lover, Rosanna Fiedler.
Guys,
Welcome, Rosanna.
so excited to be here. Thank you. Yesterday I was in New York and today I'm in Miami.
Unbelievable. How long were you in New York for? Were you here for a little
Like
bit? Or?
literally 36 hours.
Oh my gosh.
And I came to see my factory, and I had an amazing event in Connecticut, and
Ooh.
then I'm going back up on Thursday.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
She's a
So
busy bee. She's a fashion jet setter. Let's hear about where you're from and your origin story. What's your background? How'd you get into fashion?
I was born in Venezuela, and I lived there until I was 13. My parents are Italian, my dad's Sicilian, my mom from Rome, so an amazing mix.
Ah.
And then when I was 13, my dad wanted to go back to Sicily, and so I spent my teenagers years there until I was 18. When I was 18 years old, I said, I'm leaving. I'm going to New York. I don't remember, but my aunt used to tell me, since you were a little girl, you always said, America. I want to go. America, America, America. We used
Really?
to come and visit my uncle at least once a year in Brooklyn. It's in
Oh,
Roots. Yeah.
did you always, what was it about New York?
No, I used to watch my cousins that older than me going to the subway and going to work. And I
Uh-huh.
said, I want to live in the city. I want to be independent. I want to do something. I just wanted to be independent.
Were you craving something different than what you were living, or was it the hunger that you wanted to be somebody?
I think it was both. I really loved New York. I remember my uncle rented a carousel. We go into Rockefeller Center, and I think we have a
Ah,
picture somewhere. I grew up with that, and it was a combination of a lot of things. And New York called me since I was a little girl, and I just needed to wait for the right time. As a Sicilian, you're not allowed to leave on your own. And then back then, there was no cell phones, anything.
so
You
different.
rely
Yeah.
on family.
Yeah.
My dad left Sicily when he was 17 to move to Venezuela. So without knowing, doing the same thing my dad did.
Yeah, it's in the blood.
You
Yeah.
moved from Sicily to New York.
Yeah, to Staten Island.
Nope. Get out. I
Yeah,
grew up
yeah,
in Staten Island.
yeah.
Oh my God. Well, there's a big Italian community in
Yeah,
Italian.
I mean, that's all I knew. I'm here because my aunt and uncle, they said, yes, come. And I owe it to them. I mean, I get emotional every time. I even say that to her
We
the
get
other
emotional here. You can get
Yeah, we
emotional
do.
here.
We cry. Don't
time.
worry.
Let's
Oh,
get this the best
yeah.
episode ratings there is ever on Hustle and
You
Schmear. Let's
know,
get
the
those
American
waterworks.
dream, the American dream, and it's all because they gave me the opportunity to come. I
Wow.
did speak English, and then my uncle said, after a month, what are you gonna do? You can't be hanging out.
Wait, so how old were you at this
I
time?
was 18.
Oh, so that you were 18, didn't speak English, and you're coming over to live with your aunt and uncle.
Yeah, I mean, you know the
But you
basics.
spoke
Right.
Spanish and Italian.
Yes. And so my uncle said, okay, in the meantime, we get you going. Oh, it's like, don't worry, I'll find you a job. And I work in a bakery in Brooklyn, Villa Bate. It's huge, Brooklyn. It is the
Sushi.
most delicious. And I used to make it $4.25 an hour,
Wow.
and I loved it. I learned.
What'd you
I,
do?
I was behind the counter, and all the girls spoke Italian. So if I had
Mm.
any issues, I can always like, oh, what did she say? I don't understand. I
Amazing.
still remember when I learned the word bottom. It's like, over there in the bottom. I was like, what? I was like, what does it mean? It's like, no, it's right there. I was like, oh, just little moments.
Means a lot of different things in my world these
I was
days.
just about to say, I knew that was coming, Jason.
Did you feel that there was a community out in Staten Island? Those girls in the bakery were looking out for you.
Like, absolutely. Everything, it was how you help each other in that world. When you immigrant and you come in that environment, you are in that community, people
Right.
really come together. And I think that
And they're
was,
counting on you, right? Those girls were counting on you to do your job.
I always say it was my first job. I never worked in my life. In Italy, you don't do that. And I was so proud because I was making my own money. I was able to get my nails done. Obviously I didn't need to pay for food because my uncle, but
Right.
I was able to have my own money to do whatever I want. I used to go to the mall. I was like, oh, I want to buy, a shirt. Gap, it used to be so big, Banana Republic. And I used to go in the back rack, and it used to be every other 2 weeks they were on sale. And I used to
Right.
put in amazing pieces. But it was my money that I worked for. And I always wanted to be independent. My mom never worked. It was always my dad providing. And I didn't want that. I wanted to do my own. And I think seeing that,
Right.
I need to earn my own money.
You got a taste of financial freedom, and you're like, no, I'm not going back.
Yeah, I just celebrated 30 years in this country.
Wow.
And,
Well, that's for a different podcast to talk about how this country's changed in 30 years. But tell us how you went from bakery to fashion. What's your journey in luxury fashion? How'd you start?
within 6 months, I learned English. Don't ask me how. I just did.
Wow.
So I went to a bilingual agencies that I can use my Italian, my Spanish. My first desire, I wanted to work at United Nations because I wanted to travel and
Oh.
use my my languages, but I say in the meantime I get there, I need a job. So they were like, okay, we're gonna send you to meet with GFT. I was like,
Mhm.
GFT. So, okay, this is the address, 11 West 42nd Street. I said, okay. I remember going up the 14th floor. I turn around. It's this moments that you always remember, and it says Giorgio Armani.
Oh,
The position was production assistant. I met with Gabriela Gazzi, which is unfortunately no longer with us. And literally, I did my interview. By the time I came home, there was an answer machine. You know, you don't get emails, answer machine. And they're like, you got the job. You started on Monday.
wow.
Wow.
$19,000 a year.
You're like, I'm rolling in it. You know what I mean? You're like,
Yeah.
big
25
time.
cents an hour to 19K a year. You're
And
you're
so
rich.
that's
Yeah.
how I started my career. And I was there for 8 years,
Wow.
always doing something different. So I did it all. In Italian, you say gavetta. Literally, you start open boxes to everything.
I love that.
Production assistant, dress shirts and dress pants. And then I did neckwear. And then for neckwear, I did customer service, sales assistant. And then I ended up selling the women's collection. My territory was the specialty stores. That's why, to me, they're so special. I love specialty stores.
In those 8 years, were you loving the business aspect of it? Were you loving the actual fashion to it, or what?
Everything. I think Armani school was the best school you can ever ask for. You start from the best of the best, not because he's Italian, but it was an incredible. You say Armani, you're like, whoa. He was
My
so
dad, my dad always goes, "It's Armani," you know,
yeah,
like
like
literally.
Quality, it's
quality.
high fashion.
Our offices, my cubicle, it was like a Rolls Royce. Those cubicle doesn't exist anymore. And then you have your Armani cafe. So the client comes in, you have a coffee, you sit down because the appointments were the whole day, and then you had lunch, and then there was visual people all day just to make sure the garments were hanged correctly. So to me, I learned visual is everything. Before you can have, it's all about the first thing people see. Visual is so important. Up to today, when I see people putting things on top of the racks, I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
Like, I don't care. It could be a $5 skirt or $100,000 jacket. You don't do that. You treat that garment with respect. It doesn't matter. That school, I up to this day
You
is
learn from the best. Mr. Armani
yes.
had the best taste,
And
understood vision, branding, and back before even anybody else was doing it, Ralph Lauren or anybody, it was Mr. Armani.
Absolutely. And I was lucky to be able to go. I spent 2 weeks in Milano doing the merchandising. And my boss took one girl each season. So that summer was me. And literally, they walked in, it was like, do not say a word, do not make faces. You just stand there and watch. I was like, okay. And it was just a small runway, and the guy, it's just like brilliant, brilliant. So this one is the moments that I will bring with me in my heart forever. I was, I don't know, 20 something years old, 25.
Wow. So taking those lessons into your next phases in life.
Yeah, each company that I worked for, I really learned something. Each one of them brought me something.
So
And
after Armani, you went to
Cucinelli.
Cucinelli.
Oh.
Before it was what it is now.
Yes, I was there when they will open the cart, pick a color. It was relevant, but not as big. It wasn't even a complete collection. They were doing the cashmere, and then Gunex was doing the pants. Then he purchased Gunex. I was there literally at
From
the
the beginning.
beginning. I remember doing the interview with Massimo, which he still runs the business, and he was like, "You Sicilian?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I'm Sicilian." I was like, we are the only two Sicilians in the whole business. And I knew then that I got the job. And sure enough,
Who were you at Cucinelli for?
I was there only a year because I got an incredible offer with Catherine Malandrino to do international. And that's when my career completely.
Catherine Malandrino is such a throwback. I remember watching Behind the Velvet Ropes with Lauren Ozersky, and she was interviewing Catherine Malandrino in her showroom. But she was known for her blouses and her eyelets and
Yeah, I mean,
lace and like bell sleeves.
Everything was so feminine. It was so hot. She has so many stores, meat packing,
But I
So
remember she was the coolest one. And I remember watching that episode. And that was the first time I saw smaller designers on the runway.
since that moment on, there hasn't been a job that I didn't do international.
So what does that mean? You're flying a lot
You,
more? You're
that
overseas?
means that you handle international accounts,
Mhm.
London,
Okay.
Italy. Because of this opportunity, I was able to meet everyone. And because she was so hot, people came in. Like, first of all, we were showing at the Plaza Atene.
Oh,
It's me. I
I
mean,
love
how
it.
do you start waking up and sleep? Because I slept in the room where we were showing.
You just like, I can't believe that this is my
Yes,
life.
it's like,
I'll have another croissant, Francois, s'il vous plaît.
it's like, Sex and the City moment when she goes there, it's just like, I'm here. But it was just, it never felt like work. One thing I always say, I can never represent a brand if I don't love the brand. I cannot do it just for money because I'm a type of person that I show my feelings on my face
Yeah.
and the story. It
Same.
goes in a good way and a
Or
bad
a bad way.
Unfortunately, I tried to manage it, but this
Yeah.
is
We were just talking about authenticity and genuineness. So you know what? Be
I'm
as
okay
authentic.
with it.
I
Like,
mean,
look,
take me as it is. And
yeah.
one thing is that I'm true and true. I'm like great shooter. And then customer sees that. If you believe in the product, you will succeed.
The next question from Liz is going to be, tell me all about this. How much is it? I want every single piece, okay? Because you're wearing it, you're loving it. It's a reflection.
Yes, it really is, and people want to feel that passion. It's
Yeah.
not like, oh, this is pretty and this is $5.99 and you can have another color.
It's too transactional. And I think what we're missing, having that story, having that passion, feeling that makes it fun. By the way, shopping, half of the experience is the champagne, the this, the that, the stories. And then, of course, you want the quality product too. But it's
Exactly.
about the experience.
I had the best time there. After one of the trips, we went to Zoom in Moscow, one of the top retailers in the world. We did a fashion show. I mean, in Moscow, my first time. So what can I ask for?
Oh.
You
So then
know?
when did you leave and go into the luxury world of J. Mendel and Oscar de la Renta?
Well, the business changed. You get the feeling. 3 years was amazing. I had the best time. One of my dear friend said, "Is this job available at fur and gowns?" And I don't know anything about fur. And just like, don't worry, just go. Funny enough, I saw someone there that was interviewing, and I know that she worked for Dennis Basso. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to get this job because this one comes from the fur. I don't know anything. And then actually, Jill hired me. He hired me. If you got the job, I remember. And I wanted to say, but can I ask you a question? Why did you pick me? Because I didn't think I was going to get the job. It's like, you will learn fur. Don't worry. You have that.
There is.
It's like, wow.
Yeah.
It just, I want you.
Call it chutzpah.
And we also call it hustle.
Yeah, we do.
Yes. I'm not taking away from anyone else. The past 7 years in my
Wow.
career, I loved every second of it. I
You're
literally
selling me on this. Honestly, I just got chills as I'm like,
I started as a director of sales. That's when I met Susan Solko and Suzanne, which is my very much dear friends of mine and mentors. I handle the concessions in Harrods. My first appointment was Boom the Shop in Korea. We did a trunk shows, one season, $1 million in fur. And I dragged Susan. I was like, come. It's like, Rosanna, I'm going to go all the way to Korea. I was like, just please come. And it was incredible.
Yeah.
We ended up opening 3 concessions. And we were there for the opening with Peter Marino.
Amazing.
I love and we did an event with Cartier. Half of the orders were personal and half of the orders were, I need this. I was like, I think you need. No one makes fur like he does. I still have pieces. I don't know what I'm gonna wear. Who knows? I have a hope that it'll come back. But I have
Kita, avert your eyes.
zip out. I mean, it was just golden years.
I'm sure. I mean, yeah, it was a different time in fashion,
Yeah,
right?
it really was.
I actually met you at J. Mendel.
Yes.
We were thinking about picking up the collection because they were launching clutches and
I
other
still have an amazing clutch.
Yeah, and I go back way back with Rosanna. But then you became sales director at Oscar de la Renta.
So Oscar reached out to me for doing only the international portion, which I was like, sure. It was seamless. It's like, oh my God. I never had a transition of a job so easily because I knew all the same
It was the
clients.
same buyers, right?
Your relation, like what's interesting for me is hearing about it is such a small world and you're building these relationships that are really lasting
It's all
throughout.
about reputation. I
Yeah,
always say that. No matter who you represent, you have to have your own person. They're gonna remember you. They'll be
right,
like, "Oh,
exactly.
you remember when you didn't want to return this, you don't want to swap it, you
Yeah.
don't want to do this, you don't want to do that."
Yeah, it's
And
really
so,
your personal brand out
Well,
there.
they
And
say don't be loyal to companies, be loyal to people. And that's how you
yeah.
build relationships.
I'm a example and I live that every single day. I used to have a team. We used to go to Paris. Okay, who are you taking out for dinner? And they were like, oh, do we have to? I said, yes, you have to go to dinner.
oh
And
my,
do not talk about work. Do
right.
not talk about work. This is how you build.
Of
This is how you
course.
know people.
We developed a friendship. We were
Yeah,
first business colleagues. And then we would be in Paris or I'd be in New York and we'd run into each other. Oh, I'll meet you at Cafe Castillon for a coffee.
Yeah,
And
right.
yeah.
of course, we would talk about work, but it wasn't about the financials and the buying. It was what's going on in your day. You know, you build this
Right.
kind of
How you
rapport.
establish, oh, it's how you build. And when people hear this pack is so important. No matter which field you are, it is so
Well,
important.
And you can't do it alone. You have to have allies in this business, in life in general. You need to make relationships because nobody gets to the top by themselves.
Is there a change right now in the industry where it's becoming more transactional and less about the relate, or do you think there's a lost art in that building of relationships because that takes time and everyone is so
People have become busier and busier, right? And it's all busier about this little guy here. I feel like before the connection used to be stronger. Doesn't mean that it's not there, but I think before it used to be a little bit deeper.
right.
Before we get into you launching your own, you moved to Miami
Yes.
and you started consulting and living
Yes.
a different life. Could you talk a little bit about your transition from New York corporate to Miami?
So I moved because it's all about your reputation. You
Mhm.
get to the point then you're older enough to understand that there's a moment that you said, no, I built enough. And I never in my entire career say I was going to be a consultant because back then, 8, 9 years ago, consultant means you got fired and you cannot find a
Yeah.
job. Sorry, let's say it the way it was. It was like, oh, a
It had a
consultant.
stigma. It had a stigma to it.
Oh,
Yes. And I always worked for corporate. I love corporate. Oh, I love rules. I love to go into an office. One of my best friends, and Tim Quinn, he was like, I have this job for Marquesa. They want help with gowns and caftans. And then another very dear friend of mine connect me to this brand, Sapia. And before you know it, I was handled these two brands.
and this might be, what is merchandise? Like you said, you were into merchandising, and what does that mean exactly?
You know, you can be a designer and then you design things that people don't need, people don't want, too expensive, not related to the moment.
Got it.
It's like who's going
But
to wear this?
Rosanna's a customer, so she knows what is needed on the rack, and she's a saleswoman at heart. She knows
Right.
what that store
I'm a,
needs.
number one, I'm a salesperson before
Yeah.
anything else.
So
And
it's sort of like taking that creative to market. Is
okay,
this
you made this. Let me change it for you because we cannot sell it. Take this off, put this
you're
jewelry.
really designing too, but it's more
We call it
But
merchandising.
right, because what she's doing is taking a dress that the designer made and saying, now I need 4 versions of it that hit the knee, hit the ankle, so that this store in Miami can buy it at a shorter length and Dubai can buy it
because
at
you
a
know what's sort of resonating with
Or like, yeah, or it's like, oh, I love this dress. And from this dress, we can do a top, we can do the pant, and then becomes 5 pieces out of one. That's
okay.
merchandising.
This is going to sound, I'm totally admitting my ignorance here. I had no idea that that was a thing.
Yeah.
I thought that's what the design, anyway, mind blown.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. It's literally from colors, color combinations. Take this off. Let's do it this way. And I grew the business
because that's how
exponentially.
you really grow the business is by merchandising the collection. You're in Miami, you're consulting.
Oh,
What makes you say jewelry now and launch Wyld Box?
In the meantime, I was doing consulting. I worked with Marina Beach. I was doing a lot of trunk shows. That's when everything started to come together. And I always loved jewelry. I love vintage because I always wanted to wear things that no one had. I'm always a leader, never a follower. I want things that like, sorry, you can't find it. It's mine. It's unique.
right.
Everyone's like, why don't you do your own line? I found these amazing rings vintage, and this one's here. And then people's like, where did you buy them? It's like, you can. And then one of my dear friends, she's a jewelry designer. She was like, I'm helping you. Let's go. And I'm taking you on 47th Street. I introduced you to some of the manufacturers. And of course, as a merchandiser, I'm not going to just make the ring. It's like, what are you going to do with this ring? I always have to make a business out of it. And that's when I created the cuff, the earring, the hoops, and the necklace. And it just opened this can of worms that was like, oh, I have and then I was like, wait, I need to get a name and I need to
Have
get,
a collection.
and I have a collection.
So were you
And
making it for yourself or for that customer who wanted what you
then
had?
I started making to sell. So that's what I do. I take a vintage piece inspiration and then I make the whole world of it.
And where do we get, I want to know where we get it and what your favorite piece is right now.
So my first collection is called Luna, as an Italian for the moon. My favorite piece, believe it or not, since I was a little girl, I love cuffs, bangles, not much bracelet, but cuff and bangles are my favorite. I never take this off. This is 18 karat gold because I'm Italian. The feeling of the weight, this is my biggest challenge. How do I make you feel this piece that it is so good on?
Right.
Just by wearing it. She's ready to buy it and take it out of your hand right now.
It's like
to be fair, I'm an easy sell, so I mean, but
how do you convey it? It's so important when you get to a certain price point. People want to touch. I'm a huge, I like to go to a store and pick a dress. I want to try it on.
Yeah,
I'm an online shopper.
Especially, I think jewelry in particular.
Yes, that's why everyone does it so many trunk shows, because you have to feel the piece. You're not going to buy $20,000 out of like and it comes in the mail. And
no, jewelry is a very intimate purchase.
Feel a pull towards it.
Even how the stylist pulls out the jewelry, puts it on the velvet, puts it on. I was there with Liz at VCA. Shout out to Jasmine. Diamonds and this and that. And it was, chocolate
experience.
The experience, right? You walk and I was like, oh my God, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Like that feeling by clicking, sorry, you're not getting it.
When you realize you have a collection and going through your history, talk about how the industry has changed.
I learned so much and I applied to all my clients. I was like, I think I can apply it to myself. If I'm able to grow a business from 200,000 to 5 million in 3 years, I think I'm been doing something. I'm not saying it was going to be easy. It's like, oh yeah, I could do like, no. But I'm saying if I apply the same thing, and this time it's for myself. I give so much to other brands and they're not even mine. Imagine what I can do for my own brand. And for me, this is not about being a millionaire or do 10 million. Absolutely. This is the journey. Meeting you guys. I walked into a jewelry store. They was like, oh my God, she didn't know who I was. I love your necklace. To me, I said, oh my God, thank you. That makes my day. They have no idea who I am. And that's my own piece.
Right.
So it's about the journey and what I want to do. I have to say, in jewelry, the mind thinking is insane because it's so different from ready to wear. Out of the box, you have to think out of the box, connections, direct to consumer. That's not my forte. Learning and connected to a different audience than your wholesalers, right? I'm the queen of wholesale.
Right.
No problem. But even for me, it's a challenge on the direct to consumer. All those things are a learning experience.
You had a gut instinct because clearly now, as we're seeing the numbers and statistics, what we're seeing is that more individuals are investing in jewelry than they are in leather goods and ready-to-wear pieces. People are seeing jewelry as an investment that can last, be passed along down from generation to generation.
Yes. I mean, it's cheaper than a Chanel bag.
Right?
Some of my pieces. I mean, that says it all. Yeah.
So when you realize you have a collection, do you decide I need a business plan or do you say, let me just see what happens?
Obviously, I did my colors. I did the name, Wyld Box. Everybody said, where's Wyld Box? Well, I'm a little bit of a wild child who really, really knows me thoroughly. And the beginning, actually, I wanted to create a showroom with jewelry because I can't help myself. I represent. And I said, let me create this beautiful wild box of jewelry because everyone has a jewelry box. Let's open and see what we can find in there. And that's what it was, the concept. And then I loved it so much. I said, you know what? I'm keeping it.
So now you have a collection, and then what? Do you go on your Rolodex and start
Well,
calling?
I launched February 2024. I was showing some people, no expectation. And then I picked up the phone and I called forward the girls that I know for 15 years. And I said, girl, I just want to show
Shout out
you.
April.
Yeah. And then she was like, sure, come. The whole appointment, we talked about our days in Paris. Okay, it's done.
Right.
Just send us information. That's what it was. That was their point.
People want to support Rosanna. They believe in her.
Right.
And when you have a good product and a relationship, I think it's a win-win no matter what. Products speak for itself.
But they know
as much as they love me, you need to have a good product.
Of course.
Yeah. And then my second one was Elise Walker. I didn't even go to her. I went to the buyer and I was so nervous. You need to be humble. Be like, what do you think? She sees 400 million lines every day. She's been doing it for so many years. She's like, no, this is good. Like, yeah, this is good. Make sure you do this, do this. I said, okay. And then literally without knowing, Elise Walker was there. I was like, wait, oh my gosh, let me see. I love it. Let's get manicure done.
That's so amazing.
And then
Elise Walker is a jewelry queen and is layered. Shout out Elise Walker.
I love to work with her. I do anything. I do anything for you. And
a true pioneer in this industry.
She's a businesswoman. We very close, but no favors to anyone. If it's a good product. And then 2 days ago, they were like, we're selling your rings under control. Where's our order? And she wears them. To me, means more than anything in this world. And little by little, then you start to do events. Phil's killing it. I also launched a demi-fine, which is silver with black diamonds and brown diamonds, which I'm wearing here.
So you made a more accessible price point. I mean, it is a bit, gold is expensive. Gold is getting more expensive.
It's like also, at the end of the day, the wild girl is independent. It's still expensive. It's still $9,000. It's not cheap, but the gold one is $30,000. But it is so good. I always said my jewelry is meant to complement whatever you have. Because reality is, no one's going to wear Wyld Box head to toe. Even though a lot of my friends, they have a lot of pieces, but I do it to complement whatever you have. And my biggest fault, I love people's jewelry. There's so many, like Elsa Peretti, I love. I bought the Scorpio. It's like, why you buy the Scorpio? You have your online. I don't care because it looks amazing with mine. She does silver and she does gold and big statement pieces. I like big. That's
I'm
my
back.
problem.
I like big too. I'm back into also. Oh,
it's big. I feel
like mixing metals now.
Size matters.
But mixing metals, silver. I'm a gold girl generally, but I'm loving silver right now. I think it's having a great moment.
It's amazing. You never be afraid, guys. Never ever be afraid to mix.
I know it's hard though because I think we were taught not to back in the day. I don't know.
Me and I show you how can you mix.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your creative process? You get a lot of inspiration from vintage. How do you design and play merchandiser? Instead of talking to the designer and telling them what to make, now you're playing both. How do you balance those?
Listen, it's a flow. This one came from a vintage Cartier 1960s bag, and that's a conversation. And it's a whole collection of 20-something pieces just from that particular clutch.
What's this Italian? Is that the Italian horn? What is that?
That's the Italian horn.
I love it.
In Italy, it's like malocchio.
It feels very AC Slater. He used to wear one at the time.
Really? But I just love it. I love the layering of it.
Yeah. And by the way, when I was in Paris, I met Lenny Kravitz. It was like, hey.
Oh my God.
It's like, I love your horn. I was like, God. That's why I say dreams come true. You never know.
You never know.
It was a Thai place on the Champs-Élysées. It was empty. The food is incredible. It's a Michelin star. And all of a sudden, we were like maybe 5 tables. Walks in, I died. As a New Yorker, we never approach. We play cool. But I was like, you know what? When am I going to have this opportunity?
Exactly.
I'm just going
for it.
I'm very grateful.
You're a designer, you're a merchandiser. Now you're a businesswoman. Dealing with gold, you're dealing with diamonds, you're dealing with silver. Things are not cheap. How do you balance creating samples with inventory and funding, strategizing, and making sure you're making the right decisions and don't get caught up in molds that are so expensive, castings? This is not easy. It's not just let's pick some fabric from Mood or B&J and go to the seamstress.
No, I have to say, I was introduced this manufacturer, but they are beyond amazing to me. They were like, we thought you came in just for fun. It's like, oh, little Miami girl going in. And then they were like, oh, you have a serious business here. And you know, the owner was like, we use you as a example. And I'm still little, like, but that little makes drives. I'm already ahead of last year at this time. But you know, sacrifice. I
Yeah.
don't sleep anymore.
I mean,
Truly. It's like
funny, but
less like in
Well, it
all,
doesn't look like it because it looks like you got
I'll
your beauty
say,
rest
look,
case now.
you know, but my brain is like on accelerator, like never in my life. I walk around with a design book, like a little sketchbook. I'm focusing on direct to consumer and the story. So moving back to all comes together that I'm moving back to New York because it's calling me. Literally New York,
that's
chop
big
chop,
news.
you know,
Okay.
chop chop.
So are you
And
leaving it for good? Are you leaving Miami for good, or is this? Oh,
and
wow.
as of this morning, this is why life is so. As of this morning, we are doing it September 1st. We were
Wow.
gonna wait until March. I was like, no,
Where are you moving to? The city, Brooklyn?
no, Chelsea.
Oh.
I'm looking for a small showroom because the good thing is in jewelry, you just need a beautiful
Yeah.
table, two chairs, and a tray of goodies. My PR team is like, we need you more in the eye. They need to
Yeah.
know who you are. I can speak the front of 1,000 people. It wouldn't even, I wouldn't even flinch. But then you put my phone in front of my face and I go, oh no, English
Yeah.
is my third language. And I always say something
Right.
that doesn't sound correct.
Right.
Like, but
For
that's pretty cool.
you
Right.
really are the best walking billboard and you're the best voice for the brand.
So that's why I go to trunk shows. I went to Maxfield. We sold 10 pieces because, oh my God, I love, like, let me see how you do it.
Yeah.
And,
Well, because
you
also
know,
people need to know.
I
Yeah,
want to
well,
be
they want to see
there.
how you're styling it too. Because I think
Yes,
that's always so interesting. It gives you ideas. It's not
yes.
just flat. I like that.
And so I'm so energized because it's my brand. I get up for my brand. I stay up late nights for my brand.
What are you looking forward to moving to New York the most?
It is not one thing. It's those 2 days I just came back. I can cry. That
Yeah.
city, some people's like, I can't handle it. Like it's too much. For me,
Yeah.
that city is like,
It's
this.
energizing. It's like you just
I
got plugged
walked,
in.
literally, I walked and I was like, I posted Express Yourself from Madonna. And it just, I want to like scream to the world. I'm ready. Like that energy.
Go
Saying
anywhere
it
else.
because I lived in California for a little bit and I felt the same way. The minute I came back to New York, I'm like, oh, I'm
It's,
back. Like,
you can walk and be like, seen. I'm walking. I don't care.
We talk about this a lot. Liz and I have a love for New York and Miami. I love Miami, but I wonder if I would love Miami if I wasn't from Miami. I'm born and raised here.
yeah.
We both agree that New York and Miami are amazing places. But something about New York, besides the energy that it gives, and we were talking last week, Aaron Newberg, Miami, it's growing. I don't want to knock it, but it's becoming more manufactured. New York has this grit, but also this luxury to it. New
Yeah.
York, you can walk around 5 blocks for a week and discover something new. How many times can you go to Faena, the Standard, and Soho House, you know? And so I guess my
Well,
question to
that's
you,
why, like, when you do both, it's okay because you always have New York. And I think, at least for
I
me,
mean,
that's what I need.
do I want to be in New York in January, freezing
No, you
cold
don't.
wind? Nobody wants to do that. I came here for one thing and then things change. Honestly, I had the opportunity because I was married, I got divorced. I was able to sell my house double what we pay. And
Oh, was this in
here's my
Miami?
house. Here's my house. So I'm pretty
When
sure
was
that
this?
I'm not, I'm
Was this in
sorry.
Miami? When was this? Was this in Miami? I'm trying to like,
Yes, in
because we're
Miami.
in Miami. Is there love in New York? Can we get into that?
It's New York. It's my love. I have an amazing partner now.
What would you say to young women getting in the fashion business?
It depends what business you get into, because if you go into the wholesale business, it's hard now. It's not the way it used to be. You can make a great living, but it's not what it used to be, because also in retail, majors doesn't exist pretty much anymore, right? I say you have to make sure that you see growth, a future. That's my number one.
And as an entrepreneur, what would your advice be to a young woman who wants to start their own thing?
Don't rush. Don't expect overnight success, and just being realistic, because everybody think I want to be in Bergdorf. Okay. Do you know the terms? Make sure you have a unique product, a unique like point of view, because they can get it someplace else. It takes time, and now more than ever, you need to have a brand, a story.
My last question is, what does success mean for Rosanna? And what does success mean for Wyld Box?
I want to have a steady business, someone that really loves the collections, and that piece becomes them. They love the piece, they live it, they wear it every day. That's for me a success, to be able to really reach the customer.
I know when Liz puts her hands together like this, it's time for Schmooze Fest.
Because I can't wait. Okay. Because I love your energy. Anyway, I want to get into it. Okay. So Schmooze Fest, it's a quick, fun, rapid fire questions to get to know you. All right.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. The best thing that you've read or watched lately?
Oh my God, watch lately.
Oh.
I love crime.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I'm addicted to crime. I know the Dateline.
Law and Order. If I could watch a Law and Order SVU marathon like on a
I was
Sunday,
like, it's gonna be,
fabulous.
and I discovered people. It's
That's
like you.
sick. I think that is so sick. Like, let's just watch SVU all week.
It's not about the crime per se. Yes, it is the crime, but it's also the background. And anyway,
Yeah, I don't know. I love everything about come to justice. I'm a Libra. I think that's what it is. I
That's what
love justice. So FBI, all that stuff.
We're gonna catch you in the crime shows. Okay.
Yes.
What is your? I'm a big
Golden
coffee.
handcuffs for you, Liz.
What is your go-to coffee order?
Black.
Ooh. Okay.
Black.
No
Yeah.
sugar, no nada.
Nah.
Black.
Is that more Venezuelan or more Sicilian?
Even since I was a couple of months, my mom couldn't figure out why I was crying, not eating, and it was because I don't like milk. So that's very purely what it is. Like anything milky, yogurt, I don't eat. So for me, black coffee. Here we go. That's
You mentioned Jennifer Fisher, but who's another creator you admire?
Elsa Peretti. Always.
Okay.
She's
Love
very
it.
much my vibe all the way. She inspired me all the time. Those cuffs, big, and
Yeah.
love to death. Yeah.
All right. That's a good
And
one.
David Webb, love this big leopard and like.
Oh, I love David Webb. First of all, so expensive on the secondhand market. I'm blown away by these rock crystal.
Really?
Oh my God. It's
I love those. Those are very 70. Like, I was born in 75, so I'm gonna be 50. 50 October.
You look
Rock the
fabulous. You
Thanks.
look fabulous.
I try. And so all that 70, I always go back to that, 70, big.
very Halston, very Studio 54.
Sure. All the time.
Classic
Very
era.
Liza, Diana, Bianca.
Yes. Okay. Next up, one trend that needs to go away.
Flip-flops. God.
Oh no.
Even if they're the row with the red soles, ladies, adios.
Just no.
It's a no. All right.
What an elf. No.
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 Okay. Tell that to Zoe
Leave it to the
Kravitz.
beast. No.
Power outfit. What are you wearing when you want to feel amazing and powerful right when you walk into the room?
Suit. Besides my hat, I love vest suits. I feel like I own the room.
Okay. What's your current guilty pleasure?
I'm addicted to lymphatic massages.
Oh,
okay. I like it.
I
do you do
love
the face
it.
ones too? Like, does it also do
the face one? Because sometimes depends what oil. I can't do oil in my face, but the body, oh my God, it's just like,
oh my gosh.
like
Apology.
What's always in your handbag, no matter what?
my perfume.
Oh, okay. Is there a piece of Wyld Box Jewelry, your go-to piece outside of the cuff?
I think it's gonna be my horn.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm eyeing it.
Yes. I think the hornets makes it very wild.
It's
Could
good
be
luck. It's for good luck too. I
Is
mean,
that what the significance of the
yeah,
Italian horn is?
yeah.
like it protects you from
It's like an evil eye, but the
yeah,
Oh,
Italian version of it.
yeah, yes.
We
no
need
bad
it.
voodoo juju in here.
What's your beauty emergency kit look like?
No matter what, mascara.
Yeah.
Somehow it changes your face.
And not blue mascara, by the way, okay?
Okay. He's never gonna let it go. I wore blue mascara,
Never.
Dior blue mascara, and it was a no.
Doesn't make it right.
No, what are you carrying when you're traveling and you need a little nibble?
Um, I always have some Italian stuff. I have these amazing crackers from Italy. They're called
Mm.
misura. It's all like very natural. I just came back from Sicily and I have a whole pantry full of this stuff.
Okay, is your bag messy or minimal?
Minimal.
Okay, last one, and this is also just because I'm learning Italian on Duolingo. I think I'm on day 287. Rosanna, I could say 5 words. What's your favorite Italian word or phrase?
I will say ciao bella.
Oh, it's a classic.
Yeah.
Wait, I need a bad word to say that's not super bad, but it's bad and people will think I know Italian. You know what I mean?
Stronzo. Stronzo.
Stronzo, what does that mean?
It's like you fresh. It's like you being naughty. So I would say it's a translation of being naughty.
It's time for this or that with Miss Lady Rosanna Fiedler. Are you ready?
Yes.
Paris Fashion Week or Milan Fashion Week?
Paris.
Uptown or downtown?
Downtown.
Leopard print or a hat?
Ooh. Both.
Yeah.
Gold or silver?
Oh.
Gold
Mm.
and silver.
Yeah.
Wrong or caftan?
Wrong.
Layered or minimal?
Minimal.
Says the one in all the layers.
I have the serpente in silver that you can only wear by yourself.
It's so stunning. Let me tell you, after
Really?
this, you just send a catalog to Liz, and this podcast will make your whole
That's like
year.
made in Italy. It came from a vintage Saint Laurent belt that I found in Paris.
All right, Rosanna, we got to get the views up so we could afford some of this. You know what I mean?
How long did that take from sketch or idea to actual sample?
2 months. I'm very straightforward. I don't change my mind. Like I want it this way, exactly. I know what I want. The third collection is called Pietre, which means stones in
Ooh.
Italian.
Beach day or boat day?
Boat as a yacht.
Liz and I will
Like
agree
that
with that.
clarification.
With that.
Boat
for
as
sure.
a yacht. Totally.
Go viral or build slow?
Bill slow.
Jewels as armor or jewels as expression?
Impression.
Hmm.
It could be both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Nosh of the day. It's where we talk about your favorite restaurant, where you're going a lot lately, a favorite recipe, or even a place you're like, don't go, skip. All right, Jason, you want to go first?
Last night, I went to Paya, which is by the team of Feel Hospitality, which does the Indian restaurant. It's by Nimin Patel. It was unbelievable. We had about 4 little nibbles of lamb chops, tuna crudo. It's right before Lincoln Road on about 17th Street, across from the Trader Joe's. And
Mine was yesterday. I had lunch with the girls, Colonia Verde in Fort Greene. Very yummy brunch, good vibes. They have a little outdoor space in the back. It was great. I loved it.
Rosanna, it's time for your Nosh of the day. Are you making something or are you going somewhere?
Actually, yesterday, before I left, I went to our favorite brunch place in New York, which is Jack's Frida.
Oh, the best.
We love a Jack's wife, Frida. Hello, Duck Bacon.
Thank you. And I always have the same thing. I'm a creature of habit. I had my watermelon juice, no sugar, still refreshing, and then poached eggs, sourdough. I'm a very simple kind of girl when it comes to food.
Rosanna, what is your bagel order?
Is it scooped? Is it toasted? What do we got?
You know I'm Italian, right?
Listen, you're a New Yorker at heart. You're a New Yorker at heart. So
I don't need bagels. I don't need bagels.
Oh, Rosanna, you're killing us here. No. Honestly, I can't either that much because my tummy hurts after the gluten.
Yeah, no, it doesn't mean I don't like them. They're so fulfilling. It's so good. But if I have to choose one, it will be plain
Mm.
scooped with salmon, smoked salmon.
Okay.
Actually, by the way, I'm gonna give a shout out to the Domacello bread. Is
Ah,
the best sourdough bread in the world.
Where can we get it? Where can we
You
get
can go
it?
online. Is they're based here. The
Okay.
story is beyond. Is supernatural. We
is that the
usually get
window that I'm going to? And yeah, I go and pick up my bread there because of Rosanna. Okay,
yes, and
chocolate almond bread, this
so I'm a
cranberry
toast
walnut.
kind of girl. I eat my toast every morning with a coffee. The olive bread, the cinnamon bread. I promise
That
you,
cheddar
you give
jalapeno.
one to Elizabeth, she will be hooked. And they ship everywhere.
Oh wow. Okay, you gotta I need a little shot
You
of that.
literally order it on the app before it gets sold out. You drive there, you park, you pick it up at this window. Bits of the day is where we take a break and we spotlight everyday acts of kindness. Something I wanted to bring back was working with artisans and really passing along tradition as you work with artisans in New York and all over the craft and people who are passionate about working with their hands.
They built a beautiful atelier with these amazing women, mostly from South America and Central America. It's quite amazing to see how everything is handmade and put such an effort, you
And
know?
giving women those opportunity to make an income while using their gift and their practice and their
Yes, yeah. Me, that doesn't happen too often. When I work with them, be able to just open the door and be there. Oh,
Right.
so that's it's so nice to still see that happening.
Love it.
Well, that ends our
Ah,
show. Thank you so much, Rosanna, for joining us. It
wow,
was
so
so
great.
fun. It was
And
so knowledgeable.
informative. Honestly, I learned a lot about the business, so I appreciate it.
Oh, thank
Thank
you.
you.
I'm glad that if someone learns something, even one person, it makes it
Yeah.
work.
Thank you again for joining. And everybody, please subscribe. You can hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel. Liz, Ro, please read us out.
Righty. The hustle is real.
And the stream is extra.
Thank you. We
Yay.
love you.
Mwah.